And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches, Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches, Frontline League over on Twitter, on X, Frontline Prediction League with underscores between the words over on Instagram, and Frontline Prediction League here on YouTube. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Please do. It is a lot of stuff, and you'll see a lot of these videos. We're here every week. Myself, Scott, your co-host, as well as my co-host, Jeremy. Jeremy, how you doing? With that awkward intro.
It's all right. I'm doing pretty good, Scott. How about yourself?
I'm good. I don't have COVID like you do.
That's true. That is true.
Sorry to out you there, but yeah, we learned
No,
that on the
it's all right.
podcast recording last night,
Yeah.
which you'll see in a little bit. But
Yeah, I'm doing better.
you got
I'm
it
doing
again.
better.
That's what, your third time, fourth,
Second.
second. I thought you had it at least two. I thought you had it at least twice.
No, that's Jim. That's Jim.
That's right. I had it once. CT still hasn't had it. He's still managed to avoid it all this time. So yeah,
Yeah, his streak lives.
streak lives. He's sliding on into health. But we got
Yeah.
we got Revolution to talk about here. Revolution did happen. Forgive me, my mouth is dry. I'm drinking water and at the same time. We got Revolution happening this past weekend, and we have some matches there. It's our last main show until WrestleMania. We do have a few weeks until Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania, the double weekend. That will be happening basically a month from today. It's March 7th, and I think it's, April 6th and 7th for Mania, so there we go. What we have to talk about here is the fact that there was a handshake match. Jonathan C.T. Martin did defeat James Costner. The rules of that match was the loser must shake the winner's hand and say they're good. And we had that, and it was very awesome. I love the moments there. I love the moment afterwards also with a returning superstar. More on that as we go. But very, very fun match, I thought, because of everything that came before it, which, you produced the show. We had our annual WrestleMania brawl after the, Chaos on the Coliseum, forgive me. That happened. So then everybody spilled out, and the roster was basically fighting. A lot of the Mania matches known and to come were fighting in that. And then everybody cleared out, and we had the handshake match to really focus on that one-on-one importance of it. So I thought that was cool. CT slid into victory there, Jeremy. We got to get that reference in every time, I think.
Slid right into that handshake.
Yep. But prior to that, like I said, was the Chaos in the Coliseum. It was Black Dragon Empire, Atlas Kiyama, Jason Blades, Cesar Bianco, the new American champion. Smooth Rock and Orion defeating Chilltown, the tag champs, Ralantando and Hiroshi Moses, along with Kyer, Captain Krulix, Blackwell, and Static. Basically, Annex Asylum in there as well. That was literally chaos, and I have no other way to put that aside from go read the results. They're available in our Discord, which is the links are down below. CT wrote that one. He wrote the main event as well, his own match. I wrote the brawl, and a few other matches here and there. And Red has written a bunch of stuff in here. Also, Red back up to almost full speed, I think, with the matches. Did take a break there for a bit, but gotta do what you gotta do. It's insane. Please go read it. Please go check it out. We do have a non-title match. The world champion, James Blake, faced Alexander McKennedy's MBPA partner, Dion Blade. He beat him by a point, the Bear Me Special. I'll mention it as well. In another non-title match, Broken Nerd beat Luke Gray by 3 points, 56-53. So the champions are winning, but it's close matches. Like I said, Blake beat Blade, Nerd beat Luke. What's your thoughts on these ones, Bear Me?
Yeah, no real shocker on those two. Both close matches, though. So, I mean, the challengers almost pulled it out.
Well, not challengers, but you know what I mean.
Not challengers.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
opponents.
Yes.
Opponents, yeah.
We also got Jackson Myrtle, who joined up with RGX's Stone Collective, facing Chappers. He beat him. Josh Dionio beat CJ Hawk, 2 points off on that one. Daisy Knoll beat JJ Rocky. Halcyon beat Chef Urban. 3J Platinum beat Memories. Match of the night, that's me and Red. We beat Stone Collective 2.0, Billy Grayson and Jeffrey Warhol. That opened the main show along with the Match of the Night anniversary, which immediately turned into a brawl and a fight, and it was a lot of fun to do that as well. That's our anniversary, because they got rid of the ROH anniversary shows, so we just do the Revolution as our anniversary instead. Non-title Bastion beat Sheriff Dog, the Euro champ, so Bastion might be eyeing that gold. Who knows what ones he's going to go for. Bear Me, you beat Ash, 60-57, so that's the former world champ, the long-standing world champ. You did defeat him. The GMSG beat... that was match of the night? Oh, yeah, 60 points, so 57, yep. The GMSG beat Cam Popplestone, 60-55. Competitor X beat Boone John. More on X in a minute here. Or Stella beat Eli. Lexi Briggs beat Kurt Cult. El Cid beat Pushino. Danny Light Jordison beat Nayara and Wookie. And Mr. Glee beat Mac and Cheese and Papa Snooch. And then there's our achievements as well. Eli with his 10th appearance. Jackson Myrtle with his 25th match. Caesar won his 5th. It's kind of wild considering he's the American champion. So, yeah. I got my 50th. Finally, I got my 50th match. So, there we go. Mr. Glee won a triple threat. Thank you. Atlas and Orion won a hardcore match. Caesar won his first tag. And Jeffrey Warhol and Estella got 1,000 points in matches. Now, again, the results are here. I'm not going to go over them in full detail. Please go read them. We put a lot of work into these. But there's a lot of stuff happening in here, including, like I said, the match night, the anniversary. We had our GX getting involved. We had the match itself, Memories and Platinum, Urban and Halcyon. Backstage with Dion Blade, and there's stuff going on, things happening back and forth, mood getting tense. JJ and Daisy Knoll, CJ Hawk and Josh Yonio. Modstep came to the ring. A lot happened there, and Competitor X is the Arbiter. So the Arbiter has made his return already. He actually said he died in the character chat, but he got better, so he came back. And I somehow wanted to do what would be a reverse casket match, like jokingly, but I'm like, what would that be? Like you get out of the casket? I don't know. Like it's like the reverse. You have to come up through a grave, like the opposite of a buried alive. There's a stipulation. TNA will do one eventually, but you know what I mean. Trappers, Jackson Myrtle had their match. Like I said, Jackson Myrtle eventually turns and does stuff. We'll talk about that later. Broken Nerd faced Luke Gray, James Blake, and Blade. North American qualifiers. So the North American Clash, this is our annual tournament where one half is American title matches, so hardcore stuff, and then the other half is Watson Rules matches, the Canadian stuff. And then at the end, it's a one-on-one with either brackets finalists in a one-on-one normal match. The flip side we did last year that we really liked was the border cross aspect, which was a loser's bracket, which means, first up, we'll talk right here. El Cid and Mac and Cheese are one of the matches. If El Cid wins, Mac and Cheese goes to the loser bracket. So if El Cid wins the hardcore match, El Cid goes into the Watson match.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and say Wookie and 3J, if they're on the Canadian side, if Wookie wins, Platinum goes into the Watson, the American bracket. I almost goofed it, but you get my idea there. So, yeah. A lot will happen there. A lot of fun stuff. Please go check that out as well. There will be graphics for that shortly because CT does those, and they're a lot of fun. Chaos in the Coliseum is here as well. Like I said, that's an absolutely insane match. I can't even begin to summarize it. I'm just scrolling through here. There's bottles, there's gas, there's fire. Go read it. And there's the aftermath, which was the brawl, of course, and everybody got involved. It was epic. It was a lot of fun. And then Costner and CT had their amazing match. And then the after match had Bane the Bissa returning to challenge CT, basically beating him up and leaving him laying in one of the coolest ending of Raw moments I can recall. It was awesome, and the fact that Bane the Bissa uses Drew McIntyre as the avatar, and Drew's been an amazing heel of late. It's just so good. It's too perfect. So yeah, that was Revolution. Let's look forward to Stand and Deliver. Psych, we're talking Mania. We've got Stand and Deliver coming up, but there's no matches to announce for that. So we're going to skim through this real fast. We are going to talk about this more in detail because there's a few trenches to lead up to it, but the European Grand Prix Championship is being defended by Sheriff Dog against Hunter Williams and Luke Gray. Hunter Williams is doing double duty. We'll come back to that. The good guys, Kyer and CT, face the Gleeful Killers, Eli and Mr. Glee. And then more will be announced as we go. But here is WrestleMania. Let's talk about that. So, WrestleMania, it is dated here April 6th and 7th. We historically say it happens on the 7th, on the Sunday. That way, Stand and Delivers one night and WrestleMania is the second because we don't do a two-night Mania, even though we track it all that way, and but that's the specifics here. The world title is James Blake versus Alexander McKennedy. The Canadian title is Broken Nerd versus Cam Popplestone. Stadium Stampede with Stone Collective 2.0 versus Team Redhead 12. And yes, RGX is competing in that match. Cesar Bianco versus Hunter Williams for the American title. Hunter, again, doing double duty, trying to get 2 belts in 2 days. Stipulation to be announced. I believe we have that or have announced that officially in the write-ups, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to out it if I'm outing it early. We'll get there. Last man standing death match is Ash versus Halcyon. The tag titles see Chilltown defending against the co-winners, you can call it that, of the Chamber, Team No Chance and Shades and Smiles. Annex Asylum versus Black Dragon Empire. Mark Harper has an open challenge. Mr. Money in the Bank looking to face somebody. Me and the GMSG, the match specifically a year in the making, but way more than that. And then question marks. So let's fill in some of those blanks, Spear Me. I've got 3 matches to announce, and you've got 3 as well. Am I correct?
Yep.
Well, all this one right here, I just talked a lot about it. Bane the Bissa is returning to in-ring action. Bane the Bissa is facing Jonathan C.T. Martin at WrestleMania. Back in the thick of things real quick.
Yeah.
I want Bane to win just because I love that like, oh God, aspect. But I feel like CT probably will. CT's got that momentum. He's sliding on the upward. So
He is. But it would be nice to see Bane get the win. And
yeah, I just love that as a storyline. I wouldn't care who it's against. I'd want Bane to win that. Truly, is what that is, as far as I look at it. So yeah. I'll tell you right now, the other matches I have involve FBU members, Beer Me. So what do you got? What are we going to make you wait for?
I got the Goose.
Who's he going to death pack?
He's gonna try to.
Who's going to try to avoid the death pack? JJ Rock. Oh yes, there we go.
So.
Little bit of interaction during the brawl, so the match spills from there. Excellent, I like that. Is he going to death pack him, or is JJ Rock going to throw him into the 4th row?
I know both happen.
I kind of think he might throw him in the 4th row anyway, but still get death packed. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick. I want to pick the Goose.
I think so too, and that's no harm against JJ, but he has had a rough go of things. But winning at Mania would be a way to turn that around. So I'm kind of hoping for JJ to win that. But I mean, it's the Goose. Goosemania is here, so let's go. I'm gonna make you wait for your match, Bear Me. So Bastion is going 1-on-1 with Luke Gray, who could be European champion by this point.
Possible.
Could be. So that furthers what I said about the European Championship for Bastion, interestingly enough. Of course, you're picking Bastion, obviously, there, but I kind of want Luke to get this big win. Not going to lie. I do. I want it.
I mean, good luck. Good luck.
You're like, yeah, sounds good. All right.
Yeah, right. But, yeah, good luck to Luke.
Yep. What else you got?
All right. I got Dion Blade. Will be taking on Detrick Cyrus.
Ooh, okay. Again, interactions during the brawl. I may have known matches coming, so seeded some interactions that filter through. There we go. I'm picking Dion because I'm also picking McKennedy. And I like both winning. Because I feel like this might be a situation where if Dion actually earns his way up to a world title shot, McKennedy would give it to him. You know? And I kind of want to see that. Not even as like, oh, we're going to butt heads and we're angry at each other and there's a turn. It's more just like, no, we're the best and we're main eventing a pay-per-view. Like, I kind of see it. You know, like the bar fight brawl kind of situation. I kind of see it. So I'd like to see that. And, I mean, Dion would have to win main show matches to do it. So that's my thought. What do you think?
I'm going to pick Detrick.
It's hard to bet against him, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Bear Me, you want to know who you're going to face at WrestleMania?
Well, I would like to know.
Bear Me Jesus is 1-on-1 with Smooth Rock.
Oh, yeah. I had a feeling that might happen. You know? Write-ups and...
Yeah, stuff in the match, stuff in the brawl. Smooth is tough. He's real tough. I don't bet against you often, and this one's a flip right now. I'm leaning towards you, but Smooth Rock could do it. He really could. He's damn good. So are you. Let's not forget that you and GMSG were tag champions for like 10 months, damn near. Yeah. So...
It would be a smooth move if you won.
How confident do you feel on that one?
I mean,
that's a long pause. That's a long pause.
I'm usually pretty confident going into Mania, but this year's a little bit different. So
just drop the tag titles. You had to win.
Yeah, I did. I did win. Did beat Ash. That's not
main show win over the former world champion, who pretty much just lost it. So like,
yeah, it's gonna be tough, but I think I can get the job done.
Okay. And what's your last one?
I have a casket match. Speaking of casket matches,
Hey!
a casket hardcore match. It will be the Arbiter taking on Mod Step.
Hey, there we go. Competitor X is... It's not a reverse casket match, but, you know.
Right. That would be great, though. I don't know how you would write that. Like, both people start in the casket and you gotta, like, knock them out or something. I don't know.
Well, I almost thought, like, what if the casket's dropped onto someone, like, so the bottom of it hits the person and they come up through it? Like breaking
Right.
through? Like, the lid, that might consider, like, technically they lost because they were in the casket, but if it's broken, that's kind of been against it. Like, you can't do it with a broken casket. It's broken. So there's ways. There's ways. We'll see. We'll see. But I got to pick the Arbiter. He's back from the dead. That's the gimmick.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I
we'll
do
see.
too.
We'll see. We'll do a full go home preview of this and stand and deliver as we get closer. We'll have more matches to announce coming up. We'll also have, of course, the draw for the annual Bragging Rights Battle Royal, which is always a hell of a lot of fun. That's on the main show, which everybody's eligible for, basically, as long as you're on the card, pretty much. Or, like, you're active on the roster. I mean, you're eligible, so we'll see how that goes. We'll draw that one. I don't know when, if that's next week or the week after, but then it's like go home from there. And we'll do a final go home. Probably one for each. One for Stand Deliver, then one for Mania, just to really ram the specifics home. But one thing to mention right now, I know it's a month out, but literally March 7th, April 7th, but the show times are 7 p.m. Eastern, meaning a 6 p.m. deadline. 6 p.m. pre-show. At the very least, they might be an hour. Oh, they might be a 2-hour pre-show. That might be 5 o'clock. It might be a 4 p.m. deadline. So keep on us with that. We'll keep you informed on how that goes with what we see. I think they've announced what it is. I just don't remember it offhand. It might be 2 hours. I really hope not. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, and we'll be back on with that further. But Jeremy, anything else you want to say before we cut it short here? Somehow this has not even been 18 minutes yet. Feels like it's been longer than that, but there we go. We're in and out pretty quick. Anything else you want to say?
Just hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. We will see you guys next week. Again, this is Frontline League on Twitter, on X. Frontline Prediction League with underscores between the words over on Instagram. And then this YouTube channel right here, Frontline Prediction League. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Do check that out. And I'll mention it as well. Top of the Card podcast over on Spotify and iTunes. New episode was recorded. Should go up this weekend. Talking about a lot of stuff from Sean Spears and Kazuchika Okada. We recorded it during Dynamite Night. That happened. Chamber, Revolution, Sting's retirement. A lot of stuff in there that we had a lot of fun with. So that'll be coming as well. That's over on Top of the Card pod on Instagram. Sorry, on Twitter, X, whatever. No Instagram for that one. But all that gets to our Discord, which is available down below in the links. Jump in there, see our live event stuff, these pages, the picks pages when they go up, the results, the booking pages, the character chat, live event, lots of fun stuff. It's a lot of crazy. Come check it out. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.